Hey, good evening, my friends. Good evening, everyone. How was your day? How was your day? Hope you had a great one. How was your day, everybody? Let me see in the comments. How was your day? The message. Good evening. Claudine. Good evening. How was your day? It's like I'm seeing new faces from yesterday. New faces I didn't see yesterday, anyways. Angela. Good evening. Eniola. Good evening. Where's Gabriel? Where's Gabriel? I hope Gabriel is already giving a thought to Eba. Good evening, Ogeshi. Where's Gabriel? Oh, the Fufu man. My day was good. Good evening, Taiwo. Welcome. Favor, good evening. Bolatito, good evening. Oh, great. Great. Where's that Fufu man? Is he not coming to class today? The Fufu man that made me pay PRD for my Fufu app so that I can just be in alignment with us. Oluwaferomi, good evening. Daniel, good evening. Oluwamuyiwa, good evening. Taiwo Abel, good evening. Oh, your day was hectic. Oh, sorry about that. Mine too, right? Mine too, but we'll be fine. Good evening. And how prepared are we for today's class? How prepared are we for today's class? And what do you expect from today's class? You know, we had starter. I used one of my powers yesterday. So today I'm with two powers. Yeah. So let's see. Good evening, Precious. Good evening. Good evening. Oh, very much ready. Great, 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 great. We're about to dive into it in a bit. All right. Angela is very much ready. Okay. Good evening. Oh, thank you. Fusi. Good evening. Welcome. Oh, how many about for this night? As much as I can, Eba is live. So we'll continue building my Eba app while you think of your own product. So for me, I'm building a Eba app. And we've started by, developing the PRD yesterday. So today we're talking about road mapping and prioritization framework. So we are still going to, do a roadmap for my Eba app. The Fufu guys can stay at the back of the class. All right. Olashoyeni is very prepared. All right. Oh, precious, my day was hectic, but we thank God. I'm energized seeing you people. All right. So before we dive in, let me see if you still remember what we learned yesterday. So in the next few minutes, let's just type and tell me what you picked from yesterday's class before we dive into today's class. Ebuka, good evening. Just let me know what you learned so that I would know if my Abido Shaker worked yesterday. What did you learn? Because today I'm preparing Gandusa. Before I will add my Gandusa, let me know that Abido Shaker worked. Good evening, Anton. I spelled your name yesterday. I don't want to say it again today. Ezedebe. Good evening. All right. What did you learn yesterday? What did you learn yesterday? What did you learn yesterday? Product requirement document, what it's all about. Great. Importance of PRD. Great. Keep it coming. Timilein, good evening. Good evening. Welcome back today. How to write the basic PRD. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Samson. Thank you, Ogechi. All right. About how greeting. All right, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You will see when my product will be live. When I have an Eba app to help you people. All right. Importance of PRD. Great. Great, great. Okay, okay, okay. Core components of a PRD. So, how many of us have started working on a PRD for the idea we have in our mind? How many of us? If you are sure that you have, let me see your hand. Raise up your hand. Don't worry, I can see it. PRD, a document that erases confusion. All right, welcome, Nancy. All right, how many of us have started thinking of our idea? How many of us have started developing PRD for our idea? How many of us? How many of us? How many of us? All right, Diamond, thank you. Endless J1, thank you. Thank you. Not yet, Dotun. Why? Why, Dotun? Why? 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 I will arrange boys for you. Every PRD keeps everyone on the team on same page. Thank you, Polatito. Monday, I will come and meet you myself in your house. I will beat you. Why haven't you started? Great. Oh, you are putting one or two together. You see, if you have eaten Eba, you would have put everything together all at once. Eba is life. But it's fine. Why does the periodic? Don't worry, we will get into all those when we are answering questions. Fusi, you too, about to. So just start. Right, please remind me of this your question towards the end of the class. Yeah, remind me, please. You need Eric, you need the slide. You will get the slide, but then that shouldn't be a blocker. That shouldn't be a blocker. I think that we it was explicit enough, right? It shouldn't be a blocker. All right. So right, don't let me forget your question. I'm going to answer that before the end of the class. Um all right. So today we'll be discussing something also very interesting. Like I always tell you, look at the slide, you will see the grammar, but it could be a very hard eba, and my job is to help you soften the eba. If the eba is too soft, my job is to make it a bit hard so that you can consume it. So look at the English here. This English is looking like we want to do some academic texts, but then don't be bothered. Road mapping and prioritization framework. That's what we are discussing today. Road mapping and prioritization framework. Hmm. It looks like big English, Abby. All right, let's dive into it. So, like I've told you, I will read all this English to you, but then please pay attention to me, right? This English is good, but pay attention to me because I will try as much as possible to help simplify these things so that you can easily grab them. Now, on this slide, it's saying that roadmap is a strategic communication tool, right? It shows direction, priorities, and plan, right? It aligns stakeholder, right? All right, I have said all of this English. Take note, roadmap is a strategic communication tool. Abi, shows direction, priorities, and plan, and also aligns stakeholder. But then, let me now paint a picture to you. Think of Google Map. Think of roadmap as a Google Map. You understand? So in your mind like this, just imagine that you are going to Okioba, you're going to Abuja, and you have never been there before, and you need to get there. Think of Google Map. So when you think of road maps, just in your head, just imagine that day you were trying to travel and you misplaced. I mean, you missed your direction, right? So just imagine road map. Just imagine Google Map. Now, thank you for imagining Google Map. But now bring it back to building a product. You know that you are driving and you need direction. So think of you building a product as you driving through the product. Now, you need directions, you need to show where you are going to. You need to know how you will get to where you are going to. I'm going to come again because I'm sure I know that you're not getting it, but then let me just create this foundation so that we can dive deeper. Now, you know that if you're driving, you want to know where you're going to, right? Right? All right. You want to tell how you will get there. Mm? And Google Map will help you stay on track. Yeah, so that you will not pay. Thank you. So that you will not pay money to last mile if you're in Lagos. You won't be like me that will suddenly dash last mile money. So Google Map would ensure that you don't follow one way. Hmm? It doesn't matter how much of a novice you are on the road. When you are using Google Map, you can be sure of one thing: you will not follow one way. So same thing as the roadmap. The roadmap helps you to know, helps to show direction to your product. Do you get? So you are not just building for building sake. You are building, but you can show, people can see that this is the direction we are going. This is how we are going. This and this is what we will achieve at so time. Do you understand? Do you understand? So imagine yourself driving through an app. For example, the Eba app. The Eba app is a product on its own, and you are the driver driving the Eba app. Now you want to show people the directions of your Eba app, right? People want to know how you're going about your Eba app. People want to know what feature is coming first in this Eba app. What feature is coming next in this Eba app? You understand? What feature is coming? We have listed the features that we want to build on our Eba app. We have mentioned that we want to have user registration, we want to have payment, but then I want to let people know that, okay, fine. In the first quarter of the month, in the first quarter of the year, we are building a user registration feature. Now, anybody I show this roadmap can see that my Eba app, this and this will come first. They can tell. And they can also tell that this and this will come first at so time. You understand? Thank you, Precious. Roadmap would help you to get direction. Now, the truth is, roadmap does not just help you. You know that as a product manager, you are working with a cross-functional team. You understand? You are the driver. You are driving the product, but you have a lot of people sitting at the back seat, sitting at the driver's side. So you are showing them, they are also seeing the direction at which you are driving them to. Do you get? So I am telling them, with this my Eba app, we are going to this destination. But then before we get to this destination, this and this are the stopovers. This is the first place we will get to. You understand? So my roadmap is showing that we are okay. Let me before I bring it back to product, let me take it out a bit. Now just imagine what's the easiest place people can know. Okay, I am going to Lagos. I am coming from Ibadan, right? So my roadmap is showing me that first off, I'm going to get to Bega, right? Then the next stop will be Secretariat. The next stop will be 7-Up. That means that on my map, I am already showing the direction at which this my driving is going. Same applies to the roadmap for product, right? The roadmap shows that, okay, at this point, this is where we are going. This is where we are. I'm going to show you samples of what the roadmap looks like. So let me also make an example from our day-to-day work. So for example, if you work in an enterprise, right, you have a backlog of things you want to do. You have a backlog of features that you want to build. Yeah. So for example, for our Eba app, we want to build certain features for our Eba app. Maybe we have the user registration, we have the order feature, we have the payment feature, we have tracking of your order, right? So someone in the business side of the stuff can say, okay, it's good for us to have coupons on this your app. It's good for us to have so things. Now, roadmap will be able to help you tell them that, okay, for the first quarter of this month, of this year, we are going to achieve user registration, achieve, payment. In the next quarter, we are going to achieve this and this and this. So the essence of the roadmap is just to provide direction, is to help you align priorities. So anybody that see your roadmap, they already know that, okay, this is what to expect. We can't expect payment by the first quarter of the month. We can't expect payment at the second quarter of the month. You understand? These are the features that will come out at so time. Am I still making sense? Please, am I still making sense? Don't worry, you get clarity as we go deeper. I'm just trying to, try to still do some fundamental introduction. But are you still getting it? Please let me know. If you are getting it, just tell me I am getting it. I am getting it. I am getting it. All right. All right. Thank you. So, yeah, thank you. All right, thank you. So, the essence of this roadmap is also that it helps you align stakeholders. Now, if I have told you, because this thing will make sense to you if you get on the job, right? Because everybody has an idea of how they want a product to look like. They want you to have, some people want. I remember, I remember one time we're building a app for someone, and that person needed to just have the initial conversation with this person was to have certain feature. They wanted us to have, a calendar on the app. They wanted us to have like a calendar where they can schedule their meetings. They wanted to be able to, send in-app chat. You understand? Now, the essence of this roadmap. So I went ahead. After I've done the PRD we discussed, I did a roadmap. And the essence of this roadmap is to tell them that at so time, this and this will be what I will be giving you. This and this and this will be what I'll be giving you part time. Now, the saving grace I had. Over time, when we keep telling them this is where we are, this is where we are, they will come and say, do this, do this, do this. But easily, or they're not taking that, this thing, we need it tomorrow. So I would just refer them back to the roadmap. In the roadmap, I already told you by the end of the third week, we have this feature. So don't expect me to perform magic. This is the third week. These are the expectations. So you can already see it on my roadmap. You understand? If you are going outside the map, you are changing direction. It's either you go and land in soccer. But this is what I've shown you. This is the direction I've given you. So the essence of a roadmap is to give direction. You understand? And everybody will be aligned. Everybody knows what to expect. It also helps you to manage expectations. You understand? They already know that at first quarter we are getting this. At second quarter we are getting this. At the third quarter we are getting this. You understand? I'm going to show us samples of what I'm going to show you what a roadmap look like, right? I'm going to show you, and I'm going to start with the very basic ones, right? The very basic one, just to help us before I get to the because when you go online and check for roadmap, you will see different templates. In fact, I know some of you would have checked and you'll be seeing color. You will see just one sheet that looks like Excel that has different colors. Don't worry, they are just trying to wind you guys. It's not that deep. You understand? It's not that deep. So we are going to start with the basic one. Then, we dive deeper. I will show you some examples of roadmap. Are we still together? If you are still feeling me, say yeah, yeah. If you are feeling me, say yeah, yeah. Type it. I want to see it. Say yeah, yeah. Are we still getting it? All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. In order to simplify this, I decided to break roadmaps into types. Yeah, because over time I have seen different templates, different formats of roadmaps, and personally I've also done different roadmap for different scenarios, right? So I said there's the now, next, and later roadmap, right? There's the timeline based roadmap, and there's the feature based roadmap. You understand? Now I'm going to simplify all of this to help you understand it. So um so for the now, next, later roadmap, let me start with that. So most of the times the now, next roadmaps don't necessarily have specific dates. You understand? They are usually just priority. Do you understand? For example, we want to build a full-blown e-commerce website that has different features. The now, next, later type of roadmap is just showing the list of things that you want to do, right? It does not have the date. It just helps you to prioritize it. We are doing this one first. We are doing this one next. We will do this one later. Do you understand? We are doing this one now. That's the essence of the type of roadmap. We are doing this one now. We are doing this one next. We are doing this one later. What do I mean? I am saying that, for example, if I want to build my EBA app now, I can come up with a roadmap that is just to give direction. I'm telling you now that now we are building the user registration, we are building the payment now. Then the next thing after the user registration and payment, the next thing will be the order feature. Tracking of order can be the next. Now later, now think of it this way. I'm trying to prioritize the things I'm doing. I have a list of things to do. I have a lump sum of things to do. So I want to prioritize it. You understand? That means that I am bringing the most important one up. That is the now. I am bringing the next important thing after I've done this one down. That's the next. The later is after I have done these two, I want to do this. You will see some roadmaps like that. That is just strictly, to provide, a list of things with priority. Do you get? Don't worry, all your questions, I will attend to them. You should trust me by now. I will attend to all your questions. So that type of roadmap just shows you that, okay, now this is what we are doing. This is what you should expect. Now you can share your roadmap with the business team, with the direct stakeholders, your indirect stakeholders, your team, external teams, all of the people that are sitting in your car. You understand? You are showing them that, okay, now this is what you can expect now. We are not doing this one now. We'll do it later. And this is the one we are doing next after we have finished this one. So that way they have a clue of what you are doing. They have a sense of direction of what to expect with the product you're building. You understand? We use everything. Christiana, let me just quickly answer your question. Christiana Samuel, all the roadmap, depending on the stage of your project or depending on what you want to do, what you want to achieve with the roadmap. Do you understand? So we used everything. I just tried to break this down so that I can somehow try to simplify this for you, because you might see different templates that look different, but then the essence of all of these things is to provide direction and clarity. For example, for example now we have built a app and we want to have the second version of the app. So in the first app there are a few bugs. Maybe I click on login and it's redirecting me to where can it redirect me to? It's redirecting me to YouTube when I want to log in on that app. Now, the now thing can be to fix. Take note, we want to build a second version. We have built a full-blown app, but then unfortunately, somehow I click on login and it's directing me to YouTube. Now, my roadmap can be number one, to fix all the bugs in the first version of the app. I list all the bugs and I'm like, these are the things I want to do. Now, the next will be do you understand? So that kind of roadmap just showing that, okay, this is what we want to do now, this is what we want to do next, this is what we want to do later. It does not necessarily have to have, timelines. It does not necessarily have to have that maybe Q1 we are doing this one, the second week we are doing this one, the third week we are doing this one. Do you get? All right. So the timeline based roadmaps, yes, the timeline based roadmap is just to show you what to expect per time. This one has time. Do you understand? And for example, let me give an example, right? So I remember working with an agency. Right? I remember working with an agency, and what we do is we collect people's money and build for them. They come to us with the idea, tell us, okay, this is what we want to build, this is what we want to build. All we want to do is we want to help them convert their idea into a real-time product. So for people like that, They expect to have direction. They expect to know, when am I getting my app? You understand? They want to know, because some will even pay you per feature. So for people like that, this timeline-based roadmap works for them, because if they want to pay you monthly, they want to know, okay, what am I expecting this month? What am I expecting? So the timeline-based roadmap just gives them clarity that this and this will be delivered at so time. This and this will be delivered at so time. For example, you can say, at the end of Q1, we will launch this feature. You understand? At the end of Q2, we will launch this list of features, list out the features. At the end of Q3, we will launch this list of features. So the timeline-based, roadmap, right? They are planned by month, quarter. They are timeline-based. The example is like, you say, we will launch the chat feature in Q1. We will launch the other feature in Q2. Do you understand? Please, am I still making sense, please? Am I still making sense? So, all right. So the feature based is just, okay, this, and this. So the essence of all of these types of roadmap that I splitted into these types is just to tell you that per time, you want to give people direction, give them clarity on the direction your product is going. They want to see, and it's particular to the stakeholders, it's particular to the time of the project. So you want them to know that this and this is what you should expect, this and this is what we are doing, this, we are delivering this and this at so time, So, having said all of this, yes, I don't talk since. Having said all of this, why do you then think, I'm asking you the question, I'll be checking the comment to see your answer. Why do you then think that we need a roadmap? Why do you think you need a roadmap when you're building a product? Why? Why? Let's reply on time. I'm looking at the chat. Why do you think we need a roadmap? Having said all the English I have said now, why do you think we need a roadmap? I'll be checking out the comment section to see your responses. Let me learn from my bosses too. For clarity purpose. Thank you to align stakeholder. Thank you. Oh, Jesus, these people are too brilliant. Oh my God, I feel like dancing for direction. Make we no go mix road. Thank you. To communicate better. Thank you. To carry everyone along. Thank you. Oh, Jesus Christ. I am having joy in my stomach. To stay on course. Thank you. To plan better. Thank you. To guide the development team. Thank you. Thank you. Along on direction. Thank you. It serves as a guideline. Thank you. Avoid misdirection. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Strategic direction of a product. Thank you. Oh, I'm making sense. Oh, I'm blushing. Update stakeholder frequently. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for guideline. Thank you very much. So, thank you for better planning. Thank you. All right, let's continue then. I'm happy we are catching it. My belly is sweeting me. For prioritization, thank you. To make the work more effective, thank you. Everybody knows what to do per time. Everybody knows what is important. I can't promise a customer that I'm giving them user registration and my engineer is going to build payment. You understand? If my engineer is building payment, that means he will pay himself salary, because why would you be building payment when I promise the stakeholders that they will have user registration? You understand? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So don't forget to manage stakeholders' expectation. Oh God, oh yeah, Buchi, you are giving me joy. Thank you. Thank you, Samson. All right. So remember, we are talking about road mapping and prioritization. You can now see that roadmaps help you to prioritize your project, right? Thank you to know your level of progress. Thank you, Ibukun. Thank you. So why do we need prioritization? So I'm not trying to shade Nigerian. Anyway, don't let me use this example I want to use so I don't get myself in trouble. So when you want to build a project or a product, rather, you know that you can't just jump at it. You can't just start building, right? Because you will spend time, you will spend money, and you will use people, right? And you cannot build everything all at once. You trying to build everything all at once is the beginning of problem. You understand? It's the beginning of problem. You want to build everything all at once from A to Z. You want to build it. Even Facebook was not built all at once. They kept improving. They kept, that's why you will see version 1, version 2, version 3. How many of us have seen something like that? How many of us? How many of us have seen something like version 1, version 2? If you have not seen it, how many of us have seen times where you see update your app, update app, update app? So the reason why you see things like that is because you can't build everything all at once. You understand? Even YouTube kept changing. Thank you. Thank you. Who remember when they started Google Meet too? Everything keeps evolving. You can't build everything all at once. You understand? You will see V1, V2, V3. That is prioritization. They might have a broad overview of what they want to build, but giving it out, they are giving out what is more important. Imagine that I want to build WhatsApp. The core functionality of WhatsApp is to connect with one another. Now, imagine that I now build WhatsApp. People can download WhatsApp, but they cannot chat. The only thing they can do on WhatsApp is to change the color of the message background. You can just open WhatsApp and you can change from color white to green. Meanwhile, the core function of the app is to communicate between one another. Does that make sense? So that's where priority comes from. The priority of the app, the core functionality of the app is to send messages. So that means that when I'm building this app, what should come first? People should be able to send message from one person to the other. You understand? My app, for example, what I want to achieve with my app is simple. People who does not have access to EBA, I give them access to EBA. So what is the core functionality of my EBA? People are able to see a vendor, pick up, get EBA ordered, and get it delivered to them. Now imagine that people can only see your EBA and they cannot order. The app does not make sense, right? People can see the list of EBA, right? So over time, I can start to say, okay, now beyond you just seeing the list of EBA and ordering it, you can see the type of EBA. I can go further to helping you see the texture of my EBA, either fluffy or hard. You understand? But the priority at the time of me building my product is that people should be able to order EBA and eat EBA. Over time, I will improve on my EBA app. People can select the type of EBA they want. Is it yellow EBA, white EBA? Is it fluffy EBA? Is it hard EBA? You understand? I can improve to also start to include soups to my EBA. Take note, my priority was to make sure that they get EBA. Kolobe, no soup, just EBA. You understand? But as I improve, as I do my research and I see that people also need obe, I can now start to add soup to my EBA on the app. But my priority at the beginning of the product was to make EBA deliver. Now imagine that, okay, I just wanted to build that app and all I'm building is, I don't care. I want you all at once to be able to order EBA and soup. That will be a problem. That means I will spend more money, which I probably don't have. I will use more people, which I can't probably afford. I will spend, more. I will take more time. You understand? That's the essence of prioritization. So I am saying that, okay, now I don't have money. This is the limited resources I have, and I need to make do with what I have now. You understand? All I want to do now is people should be able to just basic thing, order your Uber and get your Uber. That's all. Order your Uber and get your Uber. That's all. There's limited time, there's limited money, limited people. So I want to prioritize what should be done, what will be worth my money. You understand? Everything is a good to have, but trying to have everything all at once is the beginning of failure. You understand? So if you finish an app, thank you, Fusi. If you finish an app and you are not solving the problem you are meant to solve, that means you did something wrong. You did not properly prioritize. Yes, but it's not important that I add soup at the beginning, Gabriel. So that is what I'm saying. So it's a waste of my money if the goal of my Eba is to get people Eba and they start to add soup. Do you understand? So that's how it works. That's why we prioritize. What should we build first? You understand? I'm asking questions like, what should I build first? You understand? Which one will have the biggest impact with least effort? So I'm not supposed to cast myself. So I work in an enterprise where different people decide for you what they want on the product. You know, and it's a product that serves about 2 million people, and we have like a large team. We have the business team. We have the CS team. And one of the people that give me problem most is the business team. The business team can wake up one morning and come with a list of 40 features that they want on their app. And the problem is that they want everything. Everything is seeming very important. But me, as per a product manager that knows what I'm doing, sometimes I made them see why. I ask myself, why do they need this app? Which one is more important? Which one why would I spend more time trying to build this? I'm just telling you, I'm going to talk about certain frameworks that you can use in prioritization. I'm just trying to build, to tell you something you can relate to. So I'm just saying, I'll say, okay, out of these 40 things now, if I start to build this one, they will still come back next week and ask for more, right? I am not teaching you people how to do 419, and I'm just being, they will keep coming. So what can I do? So they came and they asked me for a list of things. I looked at the whole list. I knew that if I want to do one, I will overdo myself. I might not be able to close on time. And it's a fast-paced environment before you start seeing mail flying around. So I thought of what to do. One thing I thought of was, which one would take least effort? And when I give them, I'll just give them, we have built this. So in a way, shut up. So I saw the list of stuff. I saw one that would not even take us, that would not take us 30 minutes of our time to build, right? Out of the list of things they needed. So I just picked like 5 out of the 40 list of things they brought. I knew that 5 is achievable in a short time, and it will not so affect our backlog, our list of things to do. You know what I did? I gave them that 5 things. Now, that 5 things to them, it's a big deal. It's a win-win. I've given them something. So for a long time, they can keep quiet. Like for the next 2 months, they can keep quiet. Then I can tell them that this other thing. Why? Because I have given them something. You understand? So all I thought about is which one will take the least effort. And a quick win so that they won't start sending me, so that they won't start escalating. So that is the way to think when you are prioritizing. There are certain framework that, per time, you just think, if I spend more time, will we spend more money? Can I achieve this? For example, maybe you have, anyway, don't worry. Maybe your KPI is based on, the number of features that you have released. And you are seeing 40 features. And you know that 10 of these features can take you 3 years. And nobody is understanding with you that these features will take as long. The simple thing to do is take the simple one. Have a quick win, buy some time, and do the rest. Do you understand? So these are the reasons why you need to prioritize. Yeah. What will give us the biggest impact with the least effort? Some things are just front end fixes, head end fixes. Some things are just changing text. People who are not technically inclined will not know. They will think it will take you a year. Anyway, I shouldn't ask all these things because I don't know who might be watching me. So these are the things that you'll think about when you're trying to prioritize. Do you understand? If you understand, just tell me, yes, I understand. Yes, I understand. If you understand, tell me, yes, I understand. I want to see, I want to see, I want to see. All right. All right, thank you. All right, great. I'm happy you understand. All right, great. Great. So I will be talking about these two frameworks, these two prioritization frameworks. Should I be honest with you? When you get on the job, all these things that look like Onyibo, they are pure scope. You understand? They are just pure scope. You know, you when you apply them, that's when you remember, oh, okay, this is a framework. Oh. But when you are applying them, they are just scope, but then they are frameworks. Do you understand? So, so I'm going to talk about two framework. The RISE framework is not your love rice. So RISE framework. RISE standing from reach, impact, confidence, and effort. We are going to explain. And Moscow, Moscow must have, should have, could have, won't have. I'm going to explain all of these things. But you know that all this framework is just term framework for the sake of teaching. They are pure scope that you must learn. They are pure scope that you must learn. Sometimes I want to build, you're asking me to build a product that I know will not service my customer. You understand? You're asking me to build a product that at the end of the day, people will not use, nobody will see it. And a product that I will build that people will see and they will want to use. Now imagine, let me look for one product, one feature that might not make sense. Mm, okay, you are asking me to change the font of someone's name on the app. Mm? Someone is asking me to change the font of someone's name on the app. That's a request. And another one is asking that uh, let people have, maybe beneficiary name saved up so that when they want to transfer, they can easily see the name and just click on the name and just perform their transfers. Which one do you think will have more impact? Which one do you think that people will see more and they will know that, what this guy they think? Which one? Which one? I want to know. Which one would make sense? All right. Thank you. Of what use is changing the name. But don't be surprised that when you get on the job, someone somewhere in the organization you're working with, one stakeholder somewhere, probably who is paying your bills, will ask you to go and be changing name because he does not like the way his name is appearing on the app. You understand? But for me, as per sharp guy, I'm looking at what will give me more credibility, what will make my name out there. Is it to change the name because one guy out of 2 million customers does not like the way his name looks like? Or the 2 million customers are able to transfer and they are able to just easily tap and send their money? Obviously, it's beneficiary. So these are ways you prioritize. You understand? Now look at the RISE. You see that is all scope. Now they say RISE, impact, part of the framework, impact. I don't use my sayings to think but Product management would tell you that it is a framework called prioritization framework. Do you understand? Please, if you understand, tell me I understand. I understand. I understand. All right. All right. Let me see. Let me try to break down, the different, framework. So every suggestion is good. Yes, truthfully speaking. Changing the name, as said, the profile name, the font is good. It might make the app look more colorful, right? But how many people will it impact? Now, I am talking to the first framework, the rice framework. Now, the first R in the rice is reach. Now, when you are thinking of the reach, you're asking yourself a question: how many people will this impact? Will this thing impact? You understand? So, remember, I told you there is just one stakeholder that is asking me to change the font of the font of his name, because he does not like how it looks. Now, I have two features to build. One is to ensure that beneficiary name pops up. The second is to ensure that the font, maybe the stakeholder wants me to use Arial. So I'm asking the question, when I'm trying to prioritize, how many people will it impact? Now, I know that the beneficiary feature will impact at least 1 million out of 2 million people. Meanwhile, the other feature, which is to change font, might just only impact. In fact, people might not even know that. People, when, for example, in a bank app, what you said about is you want to transfer your money should go. You might not even remember to go and check your profile to see how your picture looks. Yes, now, all of anyway, a lot of people with their ugly pictures in their mobile app, they don't even care. They don't want to even be fine boys. All they care about is they want to send money and money is delivered. So I'm asking myself, how many people will this feature they're asking me to do? How many people will it impact? That's the reach, the number. I'm asking myself, will 1,000 users use it? This feature. If I add change name now, will 10,000 users use it out of these 2 million? These are the questions I ask when I'm trying to prioritize. And that is me giving explanation to the reach. Are we clear about reach? You understand? In fact, I remember when I was opening one of my account, it was at night. I just stand like this. In fact, some of your display picture is when you are doing your biometrics, when they ask you to wink your eyes, to rotate your head. The time you are rotating your head, they capture your image. Your head is looking like this on your app. You are looking like one hungry person. But you don't care. All you care about is you want to transfer. Do you understand? You don't even care looking like one. What you care about is let my money shall go. I didn't want to mention name, but Nancy has mentioned. Go and look at the DP of many people on that app. Some of them look like okay, I'm not supposed to abuse people. I am born of God. All right. You just want to transfer. I didn't mention name. Fusi Judah is mention name. I didn't mention name. Nancy, I didn't mention any name. You understand? You people are busy doing like this and they capture you. Some of you, your neck will look like this on your display picture. But you don't care. And someone is asking me to go and be working on that part when you don't even care that your head looks like one. What you care about is to transfer your money. So I'm thinking of the reach. How many people will this thing impact? You're asking me to build this feature now. How many people? How many people? How many? Oga, how many people? You understand? That's what you think. That's the reach. The reach. How many people will this impact? Now let's go to the I. Let's go. Let's go. Anyways, I mean those things. It's not their fault, right? It's called. Who just mentioned Bola Bank app? So all of these things is not their fault. They are just trying to get live. It's a liveliness check. People can use still image. Before now, before the evolvement of technology, people can use still image. They can go and download your picture on Facebook and just take that picture like this and bring a camera and capture, and they can access your account, reset your password and steal your money. But when you are checking your head, it's just trying to check for liveliness. Is this person actually living? You understand? That's why they make you go through those stress and they capture. So forgive them. Forgive them. So I have made a case for them. So forgive them. All right. So it's most of the time, most of don't worry, most fintech apps, most banking app will do that. They have to make sure that you are a human being, you are not dead yet. You understand? It's liveness check. Yeah. So they want to check that this person is living. So when they check it finish, they now take your image, match it with. Don't worry, don't let me go into all of those details. All right, let's leave that. That's not our subject for today. Don't worry, when we get to that, stage, don't, there's a lot that we're going to learn. There's really a lot, especially, the mentorship phase. That time you are no longer children who will drink milk. You will be chewing bones. Amen, somebody. Anyways, I think he has really, David, it has really gone down because um, um, the how do I put it now? There are certain SDK. Anyways, don't let me go into all of that. Don't let me go into all of that. I should preach. I'll be okay. All right, let's just continue with what we are dealing with. We will go into all those technicality later. For now, let's stay at our post. All right. All right. All right. So I have talked about the reach. Now, I want to talk about the impact. Rise. I have talked about RI. So I've talked about R. So it's remaining ice. So let's pick it one after the other. So I'm talking about the impact in the framework. Remember I said the reach is you asking a question. How many people will this impact? Will it impact 1,000 people? Will it impact one people? Will it impact two persons? So if you know, the more people it will impact will determine if the feature is worth to be worked on. You understand? All right, that's for reach. I just had to, emphasize again. All right, let's talk about impact. Impact. How big is the impact? How big? You understand? So, if I build this feature now, would it improve user experience? Would it make people want to come and use our app the more? Hmm? So, for example, just present as if you understand. Okay, I told you to pretend because I'm thinking of. I wanted to use an example. There was a time I was working somewhere, and most of our servers were on-prem. Don't You might not understand what on-prem is, but the impact of that is that sometimes, you know, some servers are down, some are it's just some are it's just shitty, and it affects the usage of our platform. You understand? Customers are not getting satisfied. Now we moved to the cloud. You understand? We moved to the cloud. We started using Azure services, right? Now, when we moved to the cloud, people were able to, do some things faster. Users were able to enjoy our product more. Do you understand? Now, before we did that, you're thinking about, because it's a lot of work, you know, the developing the architecture, the sleepless night, making sure that you move everything to cloud. Now, so you're asking that, okay, is this thing worth it? Please give me a minute. Hold on, please. So, sorry, I'm back. So you're asking, is this thing worth it? Okay, now if we carry this thing now, we have a list of things to do. But then we can make people enjoy our product the more if we move to the cloud. They experience faster experience, they have a faster experience on our product. Now, we know that, how do I explain this now? This will improve our, you know, no, Susan, this is not digital marketing class. We are not marketers, but we work with you people. All right. So, we now talked about it that, okay, this will improve experience, right? That means that more people will want to use our product, more people will come. So we thought about it. We have a list of things to do. We have a list of things to do. But then, if we close our eyes and ignore this list of things to do and just try to move to the cloud, people will have better experience. You understand? The impact will be more felt. Imagine you want to transfer your money and when it's loading and say, Jesus, let this thing just go. I don't want to wash plate. I don't want to wash plate. And you just taking your phone and just transfer. You understand? You just transfer. You know that yes, my money have gone. I can bank on this product. You understand? So we are thinking of the impact. So we had to move to the cloud. Do you understand? For better experience. That means that we measured the impact. How is the user experience? Are we getting it, please? Are we getting it? Are we getting it? So we are asking the question you're asking with the impact is how big is this impact? Will it improve user experience? Will it improve user experience? Do you understand? Will it improve user experience? Let me give another example. Oh, break time. All right, all right, all right. Let me leave us to go on break. We'll be back in the next 5 minutes. Go and drink water to push down all that we have said. I've said a lot of things, but go and drink water. All right, go and drink water. Me too. Let me go and drink water. We'll be back in 5 minutes. All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome. Look to your neighbor and say, "Welcome, my neighbor." Look at your neighbor and say, "Welcome, my neighbor." Greet your neighbor, greet your neighbor, greet your neighbor. Before we start to fire down, greet your neighbor. If you are not greeting your neighbor, you are wrong. Greet your neighbor. Greet your neighbor. Tell your neighbor you are welcome in the name of the Lord. You are welcome in the name of the Lord. All right. Uh, after you have greeted them, give them hug your neighbor, hug your laptop now, Mr. Slim. Tell your neighbor you're welcome and give your neighbor a hug, a virtual hug. Tell them you are happy to see them in class. Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Jerry. Victor is in the spirit. Thank you, Fusi. If you are not greeting your neighbor, in the next class, I'll send you to the back. You are not greeting your neighbor, you are wrong. Thank you, Jared. Thomas, thank you for welcoming me. Thank you. Thank you. Don't worry, one October for you. One October for you. All right. Thank you. We're back. So let's fire down. So before we fire down, type in the comment section quickly what you've learned so far. What you've learned so far. Let me see if my Gadus Kabach is working. Let me see if it's working. What have you learned so far? 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 Waiting you don't learn. Waiting you don't learn. We are talk. Setting priorities. All right. All right. I need more responses. More responses. More responses. Prioritization framework. What is roadmap? Thank you. You can't build everything at once. Prioritize. Thank you. Rice. I know you remember rice. Augustine, you like rice. Hmm. Roadmap types, and we are on the platform. Thank you, Fusi. Thank you, Mr. Slim. Your first class. Oh, I'm so emotional. And you should catch up. You should catch up. You should catch up. How we need to prioritize. Framework prioritization. Great. Great. Building beats, baby. So how is it going so far? How is it going so far? Are you having a blast? How is it going so far? Do you think the class is making sense? I've learned the importance of road mapping, which helps provide direction and prioritization. Thank you. Why priorities? Okay. Oh, just joining. Don't worry, you can always catch up. Importance of roadmap. You love the class. Oh, all right, great, great, great. Rich on rice. Okay, it's making sense. Okay, very insightful. I'm blushing. I'm blushing. I'm blushing great. See, I'm blushing great. All right. All right, you're enjoying the class. Augustine does not want to code. All right, then the school. All right, let's go. I think we talked about the classes engaging. We talked about reach. We talked about impact, right? We talked about impact. Now let's move to the C in the rise. Let's move to the C in the rise. All right. The C in the rise is confidence. What did I say? Confidence. The C in the rise stands for confidence. Now, the meaning is that you are asking the question, how sure are you? You understand? You are asking the question, how sure that this thing I'm building will work? Are we 80% sure that it will work? You understand? Now, am I 80% sure that this feature I am trying to build would solve the problem of users? Am I sure that this feature I'm trying to build would impact a lot of people? What's the confidence level? How sure are you? So before I go ahead to build this feature, can I say with my full chest and say, me, with all my powers, I can tell you that this feature will work. Can you take a bet on it? Because now I am telling them that this is what I think. This is why I think this feature is priority. This is why I think this one should come down. This one should go up. Because I am saying it because I am sure. I am sure. So by the time, because at the end of the day, if anything happens, it does not work out, they will come for your head and ask you, Shebi, you said it will work. So the C in the rise is the confidence level. How sure are you? Do you understand? Do you understand? How sure are you? Let me wait a minute so that people will catch up. All right, let me wait for a bit. All right, let me continue. So you're asking the question, how sure are you? Are you 80% sure that if I build this feature on this app, it would impact a lot of people? It will improve user experience. People will be happy that I built this feature. I'm sure that when Open started to do this thing of you just imputing your account number and it brings you the bank and the name, they started to do name verification and all of the stuff. People were happy. Thinking of when you have to scroll through the banks, search through the name. You understand? You are scrolling through the name and checking. They were sure. They were sure, like they were so sure that this feature will impact people. They were so sure that this feature, oh God, is a hit. Do you understand? So that's the confidence in the C in the rise. All right, let's go to the E. Let's go to the E. Oh, Fidelis, you're asking me how you can communicate the confidence. So it's just like I have money. And you're telling me how can I communicate that I have money? I don't have to communicate. You will see the money. The order is there. Do you understand? You are confident because there's an adage in my language. They usually would say, when you know that what you are saying, you have gathered your facts, you have done your research, you know the mind of your customer. You can walk into anybody's office and say, this will not work. If there's anything I'm so confident in, I can walk up to anybody anybody and tell you, so far as the product I am building, this thing will not work. This is what will work. And I'm not just saying it because I want to say it. I am saying it because I am thinking, because as a product manager, you have to have the users in mind. I'm thinking as a user. I know what will solve the problem of my user. I have done my research. I have done my survey. I have gathered my facts for my users. I have thought through it. I have done user research. I've done all you can have it. So you are just talking. You are thinking that this your own opinion will work. But me, I am telling you, I am so sure because I have done my research. I have my facts. You understand? So it is not stress to communicate your confidence because your confidence is backed up in fact in your research and all of the assignment. You have done your own work. You know it will just work. You understand? You know it will just work. It's just like, you know, just imagine that. So let me give you another example. It's very easy to know. If I don't know my onions, it's very easy. When I come to this call now, I will start to stutter. But I will tell you for a fact, after my years of experience, if you wake me up and tell me there is a session, you ask me a question in product, I will come and open my mouth and I will talk. Why? Because over the years, I have learned a lot. So I can speak out my confidence. You understand? So I can easily communicate my confidence because I have done my own assignment. I am backed up with data. I am backed up with facts. Do you understand? Do you understand, Fidelis? So you can easily communicate your confidence because you have done your assignment. For example, I know that users will, I gave you an example of two different features. Someone is asking me to change the font of of a name in the profile. And I have another picture that is asking me to help people, have their beneficiary name popped up. I know because I am thinking like a user. I know that the beneficiary fix will make more info. I just know. So when I'm going inside to meet even my president, I can tell him for a fact that, Oga President, this your suggestion of font will not work. Beneficiary will work based on so and so and so. Do you understand? Do you get it now? Do you get it? Have I been able to answer your question? Fidelis, Fidelis, have I been able to answer your question, please? So, Deborah, product manager is someone who, helps to convert a product idea into a real-time product. You understand? And ideas are meant to solve problems. You understand? So a PM does not necessarily have to write the code. You don't necessarily have to do the design. Or you are the one managing. You have to see that that idea, as it were, becomes a product. What do I mean? Someone comes with an idea that he wants people to be able to access EBA. So as a product manager in tech, my goal and my job is to ensure that this idea of having EBA, gotten to the other end, to the users, must become an actual product. People should be able to download this app and order their EBA and have their EBA delivered. So my job as a product manager is to make sure that this product moves from the idea phase and becomes an actual product. It gets launched. So along the line, I work with a lot of people. I work with engineers. I work with designers, product designers. I work with the QA engineer. But then I manage these people to ensure that we achieve the end goal. That this idea is communicated into this idea is translated into something that can be written in a code and that can be turned into an actual product. Do you get? Do you get? So you see product from idea to launch. But then your job as a product manager does not stop at launch. After launch, you want to also make sure, because remember I told you, a product manager has the user in mind. The success of a product is largely dependent on how the user is able to use your product. It's largely dependent on the experience of the users while using your product. Now, as a product manager, after launch, you are not going to rest. You still want to see that people are actually using your product. You want to check for certain metrics, what is the retention rate? What is the acquisition rate? What is the churn rate? And all of that stuff. Do we need to go back to the drawing board and readjust? Are people actually using this feature? Are they not? What can we do to improve this feature? Do you understand? I hope you are clear. All right. I hope you are clear. All right. So I think I can go ahead, right? If I can go ahead, say yeah. If I can continue, just type yeah. I'm waiting for your comment too. If I can continue, say yeah. Thank you, Afolashade. Thank you, Fusi. All right. Elimbas, is it we hear you? I asked you to say. I say you say yeah. All right. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Precious. Thank you, Samuel, Christiana. Thank you, Doluani. So then let's shoot. Thank you, Damlola. Yeah. All right, let's continue. All right, let's continue. So the E in the RISE framework is the effort. Is the effort. I have mentioned to you the other time how, I use scope. Out of 40 requests, I just give them 5. That 5 is, just keep quiet. The remaining features, we can always build it later. Now, what I did at that time is I looked at all of the list of things they gave me and I was like asking myself, which one can I do so fast? Which one is a quick win? Which one will be a quick win that these people will just take this one and just go? So another thing you look at, when you are prioritizing rather, is the effort. The E in the RISE is the effort. All right. You are asking questions like, how long will it take? Will it take 2 weeks? Will it take 2 months? You understand? Will it take 2 weeks? Will it take 2 months? Will it take 3 months? You are trying to measure the effort it will take for you to achieve. You understand? Because you can be in an environment where you know that at the end of every month is your appraisal. Then there are a list of things to do. Everything is a good to have. Everything is very important to have. But you know that there's one feature that might take 10 years because you have just one developer. Now, remember I said everything is a good to have. Everything is important to have. But your appraisal is every month. And you are starting the month. And they will judge you by the number of features that you've released. Now, and you know that for now, they will make do, and you might have told them, we need more hands, we need more developer, we need more of, and they are not answering you. And you know that it will take you 5 months to build 1 out of 5 features. And you know that 2 of these features, it will take you less than 3 weeks to build 2 of them. Remember, your appraisal is the end of the month, right? Your customers are already thirsty to have your product. What would you do? Would you rather sit down and be building a product that will take you 5 months, or just build something that will give you a quick win and let you have your appraisal, or something that will give you a quick win to make your customers happy? Which one would you do? Obviously, you will go for the one that will take lesser effort, right? So that is what we think of in prioritization. How long will it take us? How long? How important is this thing? How important? How many people will this thing impact? How sure am I that this thing will actually work? So that is for the RISE framework. Do you get? That's for the RISE framework. Now let's move to the second framework, the Moscow framework. Not Moscow in Russia. The Moscow framework. Now, Moscow stands for must have, should have, could have, and won't have. I will come again. Moscow, M in the Moscow stands for must have. O in the Moscow S in the Moscow stands for should have. The CO in the Moscow stands for could have. And the W stands for must have. Do you understand? So let me try to see if I can do a little bit of justice to this framework, this Moscow method. All right. So now let me you want to launch an app and you're asking yourself, I'm trying to explain the must have, the M in the Moscow. The must have. You want to launch an app, for example, and you're asking a question like, what is very critical for this launch? You understand? For example, I want to launch my EBA app. Then I'm asking myself, for this EBA app, what is most critical for launch? You understand? What is that thing that I must have for people to be able to use my EBA app? One no-brainer is I need a login page. You understand? Because people must be able to log in to even see the list of EBA that I have. Do you get it? People should be able to log in. So that means that for me to even have an app at all, for me to build an app, it is important that I have a login page. You understand? That is the must have in the framework. Do you get it? Do you get it? Now, this should have. Should have is like I'm saying that, okay, I should have this thing. No. For example, you might not agree, but I think you would agree. My EBA app now, the core function of my EBA app is that people come into the app, they click on the EBA they like, they order that EBA, and they get it delivered and they eat. You understand? That means the must have in my EBA app is a list of EBA, the order feature of my EBA, and the payment feature for the EBA app. That's a must have because people want to come, see the EBA, place their EBA, track their order, and pay. Now, should have can now be, this is important, but this is not urgent. The chat feature, I know it's important, but it might not be urgent because for now, people can, order and get their food delivered. If they need to reach out to me, they can be my phone number somewhere in the app where they can call me. They don't necessarily have to have that chat feature. Do you understand? Now, another should have is maybe dark mode. You see Facebook, you see they have light mode, they have dark mode. A lot of us now, we are fans of dark mode. And we are children of the light. Don't mind me. All right. So, dark mode can be important to have, but it is not urgent. That means that I can wait for my EBA app. I don't necessarily have to release a dark mode for my eba app at my first version of app. So far, my people can order their eba and get their eba delivered. So examples of that, like dark mode, is a should have. Do you understand? Do you understand? Thank you, Eba. Eba does is a must have. Thank you very much. All right. So let's move to the next. The could have. Could have. Right. Could have is like, this would be nice to have, but nobody will die. Who will die if you don't have it? For example, in my Eba app now, I've gone ahead to create a chat section where you can chat with the person who wants to come and deliver your Eba. Now, a could have could be, like GIF, like, emojis, like memes, like stickers. Because the way I'm looking at you people, you like to send stickers. So it might be a nice to have in our chat session of my Eba app, where the driver who is coming to deliver my Eba is saying, I'll be there soon. And you know that this guy is a liar. I'll just send him that emoji or send him that sticker that looks like this. It's a nice to have. Thank you, Fusi. Give that option. Could have to my Eba vendor, maybe their Eba slap, and I want to just give them. It could be a could have, It's not important. Nobody will die if I don't have it. Do you understand? That's a could have. It's nice to have, but it is not important. It's nice to have. We have it's going to be cool. People will like it. People will like it. Maybe a leaderboard for people who has ordered the most Eba, and maybe a reward system. Maybe after ordering 1,000 wraps of Eba in a month, they get 500 naira token. They get card. It's a could have. It's nice, but nobody will die in as much as Eba is leaving one end and getting to the other. People are eating Eba that slap, Eba that is made with Gary Jebu. You understand? People are happy. They are eating their Eba. They are fine. So if I decide to include, that reward system for them, it's a nice to have. It's a could have, but nobody will die. Do you understand? That's the could have. Hope you are understanding the difference between must have, should have, could have, and this will help you in prioritizing. Now they gave you a list of things to do. You know the one that is must have. You know the one that is should have. You should have this. You know the one that is could have. This is nice, but it's not important. Nobody will die. Just imagine that you are giving dark mode, but then when they order your Eba will take 1 year to be delivered. Your Eba app will be showing that your rider will be here in 15 minutes, but 30 minutes after, he is not there. Now, compare you ignoring that tracking of your order and going to be doing dark mode. Dark mode will guide you into darkness. Dark mode will guide you out of out of business. You understand? So that's the essence of this prioritization framework. The must have, the should have, the could have, You understand? So when you see a list of features, you can see which one is a must have. You already know. Which one is should have? We should have this. Yeah, we should have this. You already know. Which one is we could have this. This is nice to have. You understand? And and the last one is would have. In fact, you should be scared if my app has a dark mode. You should be scared. Because dark mode very dark web. All right, hope you are getting it. Thank you, Jerry. Dark mode you can't go where you don't know. People cannot order Eba and get it on their table. You are doing dark mode. It's not that you don't have. So don't mention names, but a lot of apps that you want to do basic thing, you cannot do it. You can't do the major function of the app, but you are seeing aesthetics up and down. I know people crucify me a lot, and I tell people when I'm working with your team, right? Fine, I like aesthetics. I like that the app is presentable. I like product that is fine. But then my core is functionality. Can we do what we need to do? So if we have done it and users are pleased, they can do basically. You'll be surprised that people don't even. A lot of users are not interested in. Okay, fine. You have for example now you have a mobile app that is very beautiful. The designs are beautiful. Or you have a banking app that you use or a fintech app that you use. Now the app is so fine. Don't mention name. I didn't ask you to mention name. The app is so fine. But then when you try to transfer money, you see transfer failed. But then your account has been debited. But this app is very fine. It's very fine. Would you rather go to a app that is not fine, that is just green and white, and go and transfer your money and have peace of mind, than the app that have plenty colors, rainbow color, but cannot do simple transfer? So these are, I said all this to say that this framework, will help you understand what you should have. For me, for one, as a product manager, any product I'm working on, I prefer functionality. I tell you, let it work first. I don't mind. We can use the whole year to work on the aesthetics. In as much as for now, people can do what they want to do. People will pay me money for being able to do what they want to do. They will come for me. I'm not fine, but yes, they will come for me because I am solving their problem. Someone said, and I quote, they were doing like a trend where they were showing pictures of doctors, beautiful doctors, and someone commented and said, when you are sick and you are looking at death face to face, will you even remember the face of the doctor that treated you? Gabriel, I'm not here. I didn't ask you to mention name. Will you remember the face of the doctor if he's fine or not? Will you remember? What you want to know is that you want to be healed, you want to be well, you want to be old, you want to be able to swallow ever again. You won't see the face. Even if a bush baby comes to treat you, in as much as you will be well. That's what's important. So the same applies to product. At the end of the day, people spend time and be focusing on aesthetics when they cannot. The core function of their product is not working. So people will leave the product at the end of the day because people will not eat if it's fine or not. They want to enjoy the services. You understand? They want to enjoy the services. They will leave you that you are doing fine, and go to this one that is not fine because they will get everything they want. So that's how it works. You understand? And how do you know what is important? That's the essence of this prioritization framework. Do you get it? That's the essence of the prioritization framework. To know what will work. You understand? Thank you, Oluwamuyiwa. That's the essence. Do you understand? All right. I think before we go, okay, let me speak of won't have. All right, won't have. So won't have is out of scope. You understand? The truth is, when you get on the job, you see people. You see, it could even be a senior stakeholder ask you that they want you to have this app. You have to have this feature on your product, and you'll be like, is this person even thinking at all? Do you understand? For example, on my EBA app, my own is also sell and you're asking me to have a crypto wallet on my EBA app. Thank you. Fufu is we won't have. Thank you very much. I'm even thinking too much. Now, Gabriel is asking us to have fufu. He said won't have because the app is an EBA app. So Gabriel is a stakeholder, but because he likes fufu, he wants me to put fufu in an eba app. So fufu is a won't app, it's out of scope. Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand? Now you're asking me to just imagine. It's a won't have. That's the won't have. You're asking me to put fufu inside a bahab. Who does that? My hand will be smelling now. It's a won't have. You understand? Yeah, sure. I want to eat it, but you're throwing out at my face. I will not come to your app again. I'll just trek to yeah, you and buy a bar. So fufu is a won't have. Yeah, it's a won't have because I'm literally building a EBA app. Stakeholders like Amala 2 will be a won't have because my app is just to display the list of EBA. Now, I will have yellow EBA. I will have white EBA. I will have fluffy EBA, medium fluffy, add EBA. You understand? So that is a must have. Should have to be maybe flexible EBA and all of that. But a won't have is fufu. I won't have fufu in my EBA app. It is not welcome. It is out of scope. You understand? It's out of scope. Out of scope. All we want to have in our app is a slapping EBA. Thank you. I hope you understand. I hope you understand, though. All right, let me show premium member. I'm telling you. Shawarma is a won't have. Thank you. Shawarma is body food. Shawarma is body food. All right. So let me show you examples of some roadmaps before we call it a evening, right? So that I don't get to bombard too much. So I will give us some time to go and drink small water. If I've shown you examples of roadmap, I'm going to start with a very basic roadmap, yeah, and we can also use that as a template, right? The essence, take note. As you further, you will see different type of templates. You will see different type of roadmap, but then take note. The essence is I want you to understand the concept of a roadmap. You understand? Understand the concept of a roadmap. So I'm going to give you a very basic, I'm going to show you a very basic roadmap just to explain to you. So over time, we can keep, I will show you other ones, right? I'll show you other ones. But let me just show you. Just give me a minute. Let me. No, we can't. If we have to go, we can stay here for one month. But then let people go and drink water. Oh, I'll be at the VIP session forever. Don't worry. I don't even mind the cost. And the truth is, sometimes VIP sessions are just, they just charge you for what's it called now? They charge you for service charge. Yeah, they just charge you service charge, which is not so much. All right. So soup is a could have. It's nice to have. It's not a won't have. Soup is a could have. We could have soup. You understand? Gabriel, you find my address. Don't worry, I'm waiting for you. I would I would dip eba down your throat. The first man almost killed me, but thank God they did not. Please give me a minute. I'm trying to show you a sample. So while you wait for me to try to, get this done, can you just, I mean, Elizabeth, I can make that a could have, it could have. You could have Gary because certain Gary works for certain Eba. Okay. Please let me know if you can see my screen. Please, if you can see my screen, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. So tiny. Oh, what can we do about this now? Is it clear enough? All right. I need to be sure that it's clear enough. Oh, just give me a minute. All right, can you hear me now? Can everybody hear me now? All right, great, great, great. Let me know once you can see my screen. So can you see my screen now? You should be able to see my screen now. I believe it's brighter now, right? If it's brighter now, just type it is bright, it is bright, it is bright, so that I can just continue. If it's brighter now, just type it is bright. All right, great, great, great. So this is a very basic, a very basic roadmap, a very basic one, right? Remember, I mentioned to you that this roadmap is just to help you gain clarity, right? All right, just to help you gain clarity. Now, I have on this side the list of my features. Now, I'm saying that I want to have register, login, forget password, and all of these things. Now, sprints are basically timeline. In agile methodology, we will talk about that. Agile methodology, there's something called sprint. Sprint is like a timeline to deliver certain features. Oftentimes, a sprint time is often 2 weeks, although it varies with organization. So, but most of the time when you see sprint, it's only saying that 2 weeks. You understand? So sprint one would be register, login, forget password feature will be ready in sprint one. You understand? Profile, create art, list art, and all of this will be ready in sprint two. Yes. So user portal will be ready in sprint three. All I am saying is that now, for the first 2 weeks, which is the sprint one, we will have register, login, forget password, create login, credentials, login, view profile update. In the next 2 weeks, we will deliver all these features. That's all I'm saying. So this roadmap, if my stakeholder picks up this, they're able to see the list of features to expect at this certain time. Do you understand? Maybe you should try to zoom at your own end. I mean, it's actually quite clear because I also had to join YouTube to see how it looks. I think it's very bright because I joined YouTube to see too. So you might just want to zoom in on your end too. All right. All right. Thank you. So what I'm saying is now this is a roadmap. And this is more like a feature-based roadmap because it's more like a feature-based stroke timeline-based. Now, all I'm showing them is that I'm saying that this list of features, right? The register, login, forget password, create login, view profile update will be available in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, right? In 2 weeks. So that means the stakeholder expects to have this list of features in 2 weeks. Now, when you move down here now, you see also a list of things that I'm expected to deliver in the second sprint. That means with what I've told you, like sprint is usually 2 weeks. Now, that means that at sprint two, we're already 4 weeks gone. We're already 4 weeks gone in sprint two. You understand? So at the end of 4 weeks, I am saying to the stakeholder that we'll be able to have this list of feature, create login, blah, 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 till this point. Do you understand? Please just pay attention, please. So, sprint 3, that's the 6th week. This is what we are delivering in the 6th week. So when the stakeholder picks up this document, he knows that after 6 weeks, I have this list of features to deliver. At the end of this week, I am delivering this list of features. Do you understand? Do you understand? So that's the basic representation of a roadmap. A roadmap shows you the list of features and the time it will be delivered. Let me show you another example of another roadmap for an example. All right. All right. So this is, please, are you getting it, please? So this is like a feature-based. So at what point do you end the sprint? Now, this is it. You already have a scope, you scoped your project, right? You scoped your project. You scoped your project. And you know that, okay, this project will take so time. Now I'm writing a roadmap out of the scope I have in my mind, that this entire project will take maybe 6 weeks, maybe 1 month, maybe 10 months. Now on my roadmap, I am now breaking it down into bits, that this entire years will take 6 months. But in the first 1 month, in the first 2 months, these are the things I want to achieve. Sprint in the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks, these are things and these are things I want to achieve. Now, this roadmap is an example of feature-based roadmap. You understand? Feature-based roadmap. Now, now don't get confused. Sometimes when you see these colors, they can mean different things. Now, green could stand for important to have. Yellow can stand for not important. Ash can stand for could have. Now, a lot of times in roadmaps, they would have the color code somewhere beside the end of the document, that displays to you that green stands for this, green stands. So don't mind all of this color. All of these things can also just be meaning that this yellow thing, this feature is good to have, but it's not very important. So when I'm looking at this roadmap, any feature I'm seeing in green, like feature 1, feature 2, feature 4, in beta, alpha, shows that these features are very important. This one that are yellow is I could have. This ash color, they are we could have them. So this roadmap is just giving you an example into a feature-based roadmap. And this color code are just simply telling you that this one is important. This one, is a should have. This ash color is a could have. So when I'm picking up this roadmap, I can already tell what feature is very important. Now I'm seeing feature 1 alpha, all of these things in green are important. You understand? All of these things in yellow are a should have. All of these things in Aji's color are a could have. But then I could tell the priority of all of these features based on the color code. You understand? All right, let me just show you another example. There are different templates, and the basic thing you just need to understand is that all of this roadmap is just one thing: provides clarity. Do you get? Provides clarity. Let me see if I have another example to show. Okay, let me see this one. So now let me explain some things to you using this. Right? I told you that the color code could mean different things in a roadmap. I'm not sure if this one would be very clear. Let me try to zoom out. So this is not clear. Let me see if I can pick another one. I would have loved to show you something here, but you can see this color, the green, the red, and the orange. You can see that now, based on priority, this green stands for high. That means the priority is high, the effort is high, the impact is high. Understand? The orange is medium. Medium. The priority is not that high. The effort is not that high. I mean, the impact. So different roadmap with different. Just give me a minute. This is not clear enough to do justice to what I'm trying to. And I'm also careful not to display a roadmap that will put me in trouble. All right. So look at this one. You will see that there are different colors. There are different color code. This is what I was trying to explain. Now, you see this red. Red stands for not started, right? Not started. The yellow stands for in progress. The green stands for completed. Do you understand? Now, if you look at this roadmap now, you see that this is broken down into months: October, November, December, right? Week 1, week 2. We have 4 weeks in each of this month. October, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. November, week 1. So look at this now. This is a typical timeline-based roadmap. So I'm saying that for reset password feature, I now broke it down that user flow and user journey mapping, green, it shows that it's completed. So your roadmap can be progressive. This is like a progressive roadmap. Now, all I'm saying is that in everything you see in green is completed. That means week 1, I'm supposed to work on user flow and user journey. Green here state that it has been completed. You understand? Any task, now see, back end, this one is showing red. It's showing that this one has not even been started. Do you understand? So all I'm doing with this document is just to show that, okay, this thing, this is the direction we are going with. Don't worry, with time you would understand. And maybe when we go into more depth of these things, I'll be able to, simplify this to make this more simple. You understand? Make this more simple, right? So this just presents to you the direction of your product. You understand? But for the sake of this this training, for the sake of today, I think we'll work with something basic that just captures, the list of features, the idea you have in your head. Just break it down into features and try to, use that framework and see, okay, of all this list of features, now put a timeline. We are going to work with a timeline based. Put a timeline. You understand? Maybe just assume that your product is going to take 6 months. Now try to see that each of the months you break down each. Now you have, like, let's say you have a total of 50 features that you want to build, and these 50 features will take 6 months. Now you are going to do a roadmap that shows that this list of features, in week 1, week 2, this is what we want to achieve. Week 3, this is what we want to achieve. At the end of the whole month, this is what we want to achieve. Do you get that? Or should I come again? So you can make use of an Excel file, make use of anything. I just want to see a list of features. Yes, a list of features of your product. The product idea you have in your mind, I want to see a list of those features. Now, after I have seen that, you will help me break it down into, the must-have, the should have and could have. This is an assignment to a must have, a should have, and a could have. After you have done that, right, you are now going to help me put all of these things in a timeline. At the end of month one, you want to have this list of features. At the end of month two, you want to have this list of things. At the end of month three, you want to have this list of things. Am I clear? Am I clear, or you've lost me? All right. All right. Thank you. All right. So before, I think we have even overused our time. Let me leave us to go and catch some birds, go and drink water on all of these things that we have learned today. We'll see on Friday. We'll meet again on Friday and we'll continue from where we stop. Don't worry, it would get beautiful as we go, right? So, thank you so much, everyone, for your time. It was nice being here. Let me leave you to go and drink water on all we've learned, and we'll see you on Friday. Thank you so much. Good night, everybody.